Hi everybody, welcome back to Rosemary's Angels. Today I'm going to do a reading again on the twin flame connections, coming into 11:11, which is a very powerful time for a lot of people and most of us on our spiritual journeys, but twin flame energy can be very, very heightened at this time. So we're going to have a look at that and just sort of see what's coming through, okay? All right, so I'm just going to shuffle the cards and let's just see what message the universe has for all of those going through the twin flame journey. All right, angels, here we go. Right, okay. Oh dear. One of these days is going to be a lovely outcome. Okay, so it is always a lovely outcome, but you know, it's the journey and we're going to get there. Okay, so what I'm being shown here at the moment for the twin flame collective is basically here that a lot of people are sort of they're nearly there, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you're on top of things, and they're showing me here too that it is time for you to sort of really, with the Seven of Wands, it's about trying to just stay on top of this situation. You're in a better position than you actually think you are, okay? But it is at times, this relationship is one that we find can be overwhelming at times, and it's a battle, you know, and physically it can be exhausting, mentally it's exhausting, and emotionally it's exhausting. But I get this feeling here that there's more, like you're more than halfway through this, you know what I mean? You're perhaps 3/4 of the way, you know, through this journey. But I feel at the moment there is a lot more of what you're wishing for coming as well. So there's a sense in the next couple of months where I feel that there could be more that comes to light for you about what you really feel and what your heart is wanting at this point. I feel like there's a little bit of hope in the sense that some of you are going to get what you want, that the wish can happen, the dream can come alive. Now, some of that could just be some communication. It may be that it could be the whole coming together and living happily ever after type of thing. You may get that, but it could be something very simple that you just need at this point to give you that hope that yes, my dream, what I feel and what I wish for is coming. Because I am sort of feeling that it has been a battle for many people. Got number 9 there. So number 9 could be some of you have been waiting, you know, for 9 years. It could be also too that it has been a long journey basically for a lot of you. And it's like, as I said, I feel like some of you are nearly there. And it's like saying, don't quit, you know? Yes, it's been exhausting. Yes, it's been a battle. But it's like, you know, I still feel that there's something coming. For those of you, I feel like I'm looking at for those of you who are waiting to hear communication. So for some of you, there could be that silence where you haven't heard from your twin flame for a long time or something, but it feels like it could balance out, and so communication could be on the horizon, and this brings in a bit more peace. So you may even hear something, you know, that makes you sort of feel, oh, okay, you know, I've got hope again, or it's all good, or we're on track, and there's a bit more of a healing going on. There is still a lot of for some as well who could be in the twin flame dynamics and in the relationship themselves right now, where there is a lot of ego related issues that are still needing to be dealt with. And even if you're not in it physically together, you know, for those of you who are separated, it is still like you could be still in a lot of communication, and there seems to be still a lot of ego issues that still need to be healed and sorted through. Just always remember too that your ego is never going, when it's out of balance, is never going to bring this together easily or quickly. So do yourself a favor and actually start really, you know, try to watch this, watch your thoughts, you know. You've got the moon here too at the moment, which is also showing us here that there's still a lot of, you know, it's like there's still a piece of the puzzle missing, which, you know, makes sense, especially for what I was seeing for those of you who are still waiting for something or waiting to hear something. I feel like there is a piece of the puzzle missing, but I also feel too that something could be revealed. Okay, something could be coming. So with this 11:11 sort of energy, you know, who knows? keep your fingers crossed. You know, something good could be revealed, a mystery solved, a piece of the puzzle solved, that gives you more enlightenment too. Very intuitive time, you know, that with the moon, a very psychic time, intuitive time. So it's about, and creative time too. So, you know, it's about using this energy wisely. Okay. On the soul's path of this, the twin flame thing, there's a lot of, you know, there's still a lot of fear. There's still a lot of conflict. So yeah, I want to sort of see this energy shift and change over the coming months. And I do feel that between now and the next 10 weeks, which takes us to, you know, to the end of the year, there for many, there is going to be the completion. Okay, so for those of you who feel in their heart of hearts and know that they're coming to some sort of completion or feel like things are starting to happen, then hold on to that faith, because there is, for a lot of you, I believe, the completion and the fulfillment and the reunion. Okay, still for some of you, as I said, there's still the moon, the devil, the 5 of swords energy going on around this. So some of you have still got to work through the ego and the fears and do the healing that is necessary. But I'm happy to sort of say that I genuinely feel that a lot of people are going to start noticing a massive shift, okay, in the coming months, where you are going to feel a lot more positive. Now, also too, don't forget, sometimes, you know, the journey isn't about coming together. You know, I know someone's not going to want me to say this, but sometimes it's not about coming together as one, but it could be coming together just to move on to the next part of the journey. You know, it may still be that you connect, you talk, and then you still have to go off and sort of separate and still do a little bit more work before the actual final, you know, scenario does, you know, reveal itself as to what the end result is. But it still feels like this is all the move. This is what's happening. This is what's coming. The energy is definitely shifting. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual messages coming too for a lot of twin flames. So keep your, you know, stay focused, stay open, stay in a, you know, watch the thoughts, stay in that place of balance and love, letting the universe give you the messages, look for the signs, read them, and just know too that as you're stepping forward into the between now, I'm sort of feel like I'm looking at between now and at the end of the year, just stepping into the new year, where I do sense that there is so much more control. Okay, and it can be that you're sort of the one just feeling like you're back in charge, or the journey itself is finally starting to clear and it's so much more balanced. So there is more balance coming in for many of you. Okay, so right now it does look very promising. Okay, I just feel, as I said, there's a message for those who are really still caught in the mix of ego, that you've still got to watch all of that and find a way to balance that out. And to do that work, because if you don't do it, you're not going to move forward. And those of you who have done that work, I genuinely feel that your wishes and what you're wanting is your hard work, you know, it's paying off, okay? And there is more communication, and things are opening up to bring in more peace and healing into your situation now. And for some, and I hope many of you, there's also the lovely card of completion and fulfillment and the end result coming. Okay, so that is the twin flame reading that I've got for us today. But I'm just going to put down my Angels of Romance cards. I want to give those a shuffle as well, so we can just see what message they have for us. Okay, Angels of Romance, what can you tell us about our twin flame connections here? What is the message? Keep an open mind. Okay, so your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So for those of you who could be meeting your twin flame again or whatever, you know, keep an open mind. This person may have changed if you haven't seen them for a long time. There could be things that they're going to tell you that you're going to have to sort of think about, you know, hold on, this is not what I thought, you know, there has been a shift in which would make sense too, because of the healing that would have taken place in the time that you perhaps have been apart. So, but for those of you you who are still waiting for their twin to come into their lives, perhaps you've been praying for it, they're saying keep an open mind, because sometimes, you know, it's not what you usually expect. It can be different. But, oh, there you go, deception. So, you know, we can see here that someone is wearing a false mask in the relationship. That's about, you know, perhaps one twin not being honest with themselves, not being honest with you, still trying to hide their feelings, which, you know, definitely shows me, as I said to you before, about some of you who are still fearing, dealing with a lot of ego-related issues. You know, there's a lot of, you know, stuff going on. So that's why it's still important to keep an open mind, okay? Your twin may tell you something too, and they still may not be being honest, you know, about their feelings, you know? But the time has come also to release the energy of the ex. So for those of you who are still struggling in the ego issues of these relationships, it is time also to be honest with yourself. And perhaps you also still need to release this energy, you know, clear the energy so that you can start bringing in, you know, you can start, you know, healing the past, healing the crap that you've gone through, so that you can actually start to release that energy and start to bring in fresh energy, hopefully within the union of your relationship here, and knowing that you can bring in and create the chemistry, bring in that magnetic attraction, you know. So right now there is still, as we said, there's a mixed bag going on here, but all in all, I feel very positive. A lot of people still have a lot of healing to do, okay? And you know who you are, so it's that simple. And a lot of you also know too that you're coming to a good place of this connection, and there's a lot more of what you're wishing and desiring coming. So guys, hang in there. It is tough, but it's worth it. Okay, so have a fabulous week, and I'll speak to you again. Take care. Bye. Oh, and do subscribe to my channel if you like, you know, if you want. And if you like the video, please do like it as well. And yeah, you can see down below where you can follow me on Instagram and stuff like that. Okay, take care. Bye.